Over Jai Radha Madhav?
Yes, Mataji. Mangalacharan also over.
Over, na? Now we are in the next 44 limbs of devotional service, right? 20 we had completed.
Yes, ma'am.
That is chapter number 6.
Six.
6. Chapter number 6. So let us see the next 44 limbs. The next important limbs are as follows. So 84th verse onwards. We did 82. 83 we have to do, no? 83.
83
Why?
also there, Mataji.
Okay. 84. 1.2.84. It's continuously there. 84 to 92. And that is how the chapter ends also. So what we'll do is, we will do two verses. So it will be easy to understand also. Dhritir Vaishnava Chanam Chinnanam Dhritir Vaishnava Chinnanam Hare Namaksharaस्य Cha Nirmalayadescha Tasyagre Tandavam Dandavan Natihi Abhyuthanam Anuvrajya Gati Sthane Parikramaha Archanam Paricharya Cha Geetam Sankirtanam Japaha. Dhritir Vaishnava Chinnana. So one should decorate his body with the signs of Vaishnava, marking the body with the Vaishnava symbol. Then Harer Namaksharassya Cha, marking the body with the syllables of Lord's name. Nirmalyadescha Tasyagre. Wearing the garlands, flowers, and sandalwood offered to the deity. Tandavam Dandavan Nati. Dancing before the deity. Tandavam. Tandavam. Abhyuthanam Anubrajya. Gatihi. Gatihi Sthane Parikrama. Abhyuthanam Anubrajya Gatihi. Offering respects on the ground. Nee, Dandavam Natihi, that is Dandavan, that is over there. In the 84th only it is there. Dandavan. Is Abhyuthanam Anubrajya Gatihi. What is the meaning? Rising up to see the Lord. Anubrajya Gatihi. Sthane Parikramaha. Following behind the Lord's procession. Archanam Paricharya. Going to the Lord's residence. No. Archanam will be there. Circumlating the Lord is Parikramaha. Gati Sthane. Gati Sthane means going to his abode. Gati Sthane. Following the Lord's procession, that is Anubrajya. Abhyuthanam means rising up to see the Lord. 4 things are there. Abhyuthanam, rising up to see the Lord. Anuvrajya means following behind Lord's procession. Gati Sthane, going to the Lord's residence. That means going to the temple. Then Parikramaha. Then Archanam, performing Archana. Paricharya, that is menial service. Then Geetam, singing for Lord. Sankirtana, Japaha. First is singing for Lord, singing for the deity. Then singing in a group. then performing japa. So total 14 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in this and 5 in the above. Dhriti Vaishnava Chinnam 1, Harinamaskar 2, Nirmalyadascha Rasyagre 3, Tandavam 4, 5, Dandavam. Okay. So 5 in 84th verse and 9 in the 85th verse. 9 symbols are there. 4 in the first line, 5 in the next line. Okay. So you can mark it also so that when you read the verse, you know. Okay, read now. First to 14, one has to read. 1 to 14. How big it is, huh? Prabhupada has elaborately described 1 to 14. Okay. Reading will be by Pushpa Mataji. That is, you will read the verses. Who will have joined? Aruna will read first 7. Aruna will read 8 onwards. Pushpa will read. Okay, read. Read Aditya. Read the verses. First 2 verses.
1.2.84 and 85. धृतिर्वैष्णवछिन्नानां हरेर्नामाक्षरस्य च निर्मलाय देशचत्तस्याग्रे ताण्यव
निर्माल्यादेश्च तस्याग्रे
निर्माल्यादेश च तस्याग्रे ताण्डवं दण्डवन्नतिः अभ्युत्थानम् अनुव्रज्य गतिस्थाने परिक्रमः अर्चनं परिचर्या च गीतं संकीर्तनं जपः. Translation 1. Marking the body with the Vaishnava symbols. 2. Marking the body with the syllables of the Lord's name. 3. Wearing the garland, flowers, and sandalwood offered to the deity. 4. Dancing before the deity. 5. Offering respects on the ground. 6. Rising up to see the Lord. 8. Following behind the Lord's procession. 9 is going to the Lord's residence. 10. Circumambulating the Lord or his dham. 11. Performing archana. 12. Performing menial service to the deity. 13. Singing for the deity. 14. Singing in a group. 15. Performing japa. Hare Krishna.
You did something ulta. There are only 14. You made a 15.
I think there is some serial number mistake in here, so I followed the number over here. So I read 14 only, but the numbers were like different.
Read. Aruna, where are you?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
First 8 you read from Prabhupada.
Okay, the next important, Hare Krishna, the next important items are as follows. One should decorate the body with tilaka, which is the sign of the Vaishnavas. Then turn left. The idea is that as soon as a person sees this marks on the body of Vaishnava, he will immediately remember Krishna. Lord Chaitanya said that a Vaishnava is he who, when seen, reminds one of Krishna. Therefore, it is essential that a Vaishnava mark his body with tilaka to remind other of Krishna. Second, in marking of such tilaka, sometimes one may write Hare Krishna on the body. Third, one should one should accept flowers and garlands that have been offered to the deity and spiritual master and put them on one's body. Fourth, one should learn to dance before deity. One should learn how to down immediately upon seeing the deity or spiritual master or the spiritual master. 6. As soon as one visit a temple of Lord Krishna, one must stand up. 7. When the deity is being worn for a stroll in the street, a devotee should immediately follow the procession. In this connection, it may be noted that in India, especially in Vishnu temple, the system is that apart from the big deity who is permanently situated in the main area of the temple, there is a set of smaller deities that are taken in procession in the evening. In some temples, it is the custom to hold a big procession in the evening. In the evening, in some temples, it is the custom to hold a big procession in the evening with a band playing and nice big umbrella over the deities, who sits on the decorated thrones on the cart or palanquin, which is carried by devotees. The deities come out onto the street and travel in the neighborhood while the people of the neighborhood come out to offer prasad. The residents of the neighborhood all follow the procession. So it is very nice scene. When the deity is coming out, the servitors in the temple put forward the deity daily accounts before them. So much was the collection, so much was the expenditure. The whole idea is that the deity is considered to be the proprietor of the whole establishment, and all the priests and other people taking care of the temple are considered to be the servants of the deity. This system is very, very old and still followed. So, therefore, it is mentioned here that when the deity is on the stroll of the people should follow behind. 8. A devotee must visit a Vishnu temple at least once or twice every day, morning and evening. In Vrindavan, this system is followed very strictly. All the devotees in town go every morning and evening to visit different temples. Therefore, during these times, there are considerable crowds all over the city. There are about 5,000 temples in Vrindavan city. Of course, it is not possible to visit all the temples, but there are at least one dozen very big and important temples which were started by the Goswamis and which should be visited. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. One must circumambulate the temple building at least 3 times. In every temple, there's an arrangement to go around the temple at least 3 times. Some devotees go round more than 3 times, 10 times, 15 times, according to their vows. The Goswamis used to circumambulate Govardhana hill. One should also circumambulate the whole Vrindavan area. One must worship the deity in the temple according to regulative principles, offering arti and prasad, decorating the deity, etc. These things must be observed regularly. One must render personal service to the deities. One must sing, one must perform sankirtana, one must chant, one must offer prayers. I think up to 14, Mataji.
Wait, I was just saying that. No. One must chant.
Yeah.
Okay. That is
Yeah.
two shlokas. विज्ञाप्तिः स्तव पाठश्च स्वादो नैवेद्यपाथ्ययोः धूपमाल्यादिसौरभ्यम् श्रीमूर्तेर्स्पृष्टिरीक्षणम्. So let us see 86 till where it is. 15. Offering words or sentiments. Then reciting prayers. That is Savapathas. Vikyaptihi means offering words or sentiments. Like, Lord looks beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. That is your words which came out. Oh, so beautiful, Lord looks. Instantly it comes. There you are not telling some prayers. You are not thinking about what Brahma spoke. When Brahmaji has spoken beautiful, described the beauty of Lord. At that time you are not remembering anything. It comes out spontaneously from your mouth. It should come out. When you see Lord, The moment you praise Lord, that means your heart is very clear. Your heart is very, that is one of the, just see, it is one of the 64 elements. It should immediately come out. Oh, so beautiful. Then, reciting prayers. Yes, Tava Patas should be done. Swado Naivedya Padiyo. Tasting first, Swadyo Naivedya. Then Swadyo Padya. Two things are tasting the food offered to the Lord, tasting the food water of the Lord. To give bath, no? Padya, that you keep Charanamrit. Then Dhupa Malyadi Saurabhyam. Dhupa Malyadi. Smelling the incense and flowers offered to the Lord. Saurabhyam. Shrimurte Sprishtit. Touching the deity. These are one of the 64 elements. Not everybody gets the opportunity to touch the deities. Only Brahmin initiated devotees only can do that. And sometimes first initiated devotees also get the opportunity. Only place where everybody can touch the deities, Pandurinath, Panduranga. Everybody can go inside and touch his lotus. There's a most compassionate deity. Or else in Garbhagriha, no one is allowed. Isn't it? How many of you have not gone to Pandharpur? Raise your hands. Oh, then immediately you should go. You will get the opportunity to touch the deities, lotus feet of the deities. Okay. Today somebody called me. Mataji, will you please take to Pandharpur? I don't wait. Now only we are going to Kumbh now. One Yatra. Now Ahobilam Yatra is there, 28th onwards. You'll be missing classes, huh? 24th, 25th, 26th, we have Bhagavad Katha. Then you
But
have,
we were going to Prayagraj, no, Mataji.
that is next month. Now
Acha.
this 28th, we are going to Mantralayam. Then we'll be Mantralayam,
Mantralayam.
Ahobilam, Tirupati. From Nagpur, I'll take class because I'll be going to Nagpur from there. I get time, I'll take
Mataji,
class.
Pandharpur, even I want to come. Take me also along.
I'll take. I think the mood is better now. So I don't know how many classes I'll be taking because they are organizing in Nagpur also they are organizing. Let me see how the time suits. So here now just see touching the deities, then seeing the deity that everybody can do. Touching the deity, especially in Garbhagriha and all, everyone is not allowed. But seeing the deity, everyone can do. Okay, here how many are there now? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are. First line 1, 2, 3, 4. Third line, second line में 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 should be there, no? No, but 3 are there. 4 and 3. Okay? 4 and 3, that is 7. The 7 things are still spoken. Now next we'll see. Nija priyopaharanam tadarthe akhila cheshtitam sarvatha sharanapatyas tadiyanam cha sevanam.
हमारा जो 87 है,
Hmm?
87 है.
Very correct. I was आरात्रिक आरात्रिकोत्सवादेश्च श्रवणं तत् कृपेक्षणं स्मृतिर्ध्यानं तथा दास्यं सख्यम् आत्मनिवेदनम्. Now, seeing the Aratrika and festivals is one line they have put. Aratrikotsavadescha, one line. Then hearing the name, form, qualities, pastimes about the Lord. Shravanam tat Shravanam. Then Krupekshanam, accepting the mercy of the Lord. You have that Shatari put. Shatari is nothing but accepting the mercy of God. We should wait for the Shatari. Then Smriti Dhyanam. Smriti Dhyanam. Smriti means remembrance. Dhyanam, meditating. And then Dasyam, acting as a servant. Then Sakhyam, thinking of the Lord as a friend. Atmanivedanam, one offering oneself to the Lord. So from here 22, 23, 24, again here 8 or 8 are there. 22 to 29, 8 are there. In this 8, how many are in the first? 1, 2, 3. 5 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There 4 and 3, here 3 and 5. So read, then Manaroy will read. Manaroy will read. How many? You'll read all. Okay. You'll read from 15
Vikna,
onwards. 15 to straight up to 20. How many? 15 to 29.
20.
That means how many?
15 till 29, na Mataji?
So 15, another 15. So 15 plus 14, we have completed 29. Okay, read.
विज्ञप्तिस्तव पाठश्च स्वादो नैवेद्यपादययो धूपमाल्यादिसौरभ्यं श्रीमूर्ते स्पृष्टिरीक्षणम् आरात्रिकोत्सवादेश्च श्रवणं तत्कृपेक्षणं स्मृतिर्ध्यानं तथा दास्यं सख्यम् आत्मनिवेदनम्. Numbers 15, offering words of sentiment. 16, reciting prayers. 17, tasting food offered to the Lord. 18, tasting the foot water of the Lord. 19, smelling the incense and flowers offered to the Lord. 20, touching the deity. 21, seeing the deity. 22, seeing the Ratrika and festivals. 23, hearing the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord. 24, accepting the mercy of the Lord. 25, remembrance of the Lord. 26, meditating on the Lord. 27, acting as a servant of the Lord. 28, thinking of the Lord as a friend. And 29, offering oneself to the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 15th, one must offer prayers. One must recite notable prayers. 17th, one must taste Mahaprasada, food from the very plate offered before the deities. 18. One must drink Charnamrita, water from the bathing of the deities, which is offered to the guest. 19. One must smell the incense and the flowers offered to the deity. 20. One must touch the lotus feet of the deity. 21. One must see the deity with great devotion. 22. One must offer Arati, Aratrika at different times. 23rd, one must hear about the Lord and his pastimes from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and similar books. 24. One must pray to the deity for his mercy. 25th, one should remember the deity. 26th, one should meditate upon the deity. 27. One should render some voluntary service. 28th, one should think of the Lord as one's friend. 29th, one should offer everything to the Lord. Hare Krishna. Mata.
निज प्रियोपहरणम् तदर्थेऽखिलचेष्टितम् सर्वथा शरणापत्तिस्तदीयानां च सेवनम्. 20, no, 38. Offering the best items to the Lord. Nija priyopaharanam. Whatever you like, you give it to Lord. And then making full efforts for the Lord. Tadarthe akhila cheshtitam. That means whatever activity you are doing, that should be for the Lord. Complete full efforts you have to put. Akhila cheshtitam. Sarvataha sharanapattis. Surrendering to the Lord. Tadiyanam cha sevanam. Tadiyanam. His personal things. That is Tulasi. Tadiyanam, serving tulasi. So 4 has been put here. 2, 2. Tadiyas tulasi shastra. Mathura Vaishnavadayah Yatha Vaibhava Samakri Tadgoshtibhirmahotsavah. Then studying the scriptures. Something is wrong. Currently, Sarvataha Sharanapatis. Tadiyanam cha sevanam. Again, Tadiyas Tulasi has been given. One is missing out. Surrendering to the Lord is what? Sarvata Sharanagati. Tadiyanam cha sevanam, that includes Tulasi. Okay, something I feel that one thing is. Let us go. Let us proceed. Let us see. Tadiyanam Tulasi Shastra. That means reading the scriptures, studying the scriptures. Mathura Vaishnavadaya. Staying in Mathura, living in Mathura. Vaishnavadaya. Vaishnavadaya. Serving the devotees. Holding festivals according one's means with the devotees. Yatha Vaibhava Samakri. Sadgoshtir Mahotsava. Bas, is here this. So here only 8 has been given. 8. First is 4, next is also 4. Okay. Studying the scriptures, living in Mathura, serving the devotees, holding festivals. First line has 3, next line has only 1. In that 2, 2. Okay. Okay, read now.
निज प्रियोपहरणम निज प्रियोपरपहरणम तद अर्थे अखिल चेष्टितम सर्वथा शरणापत्तिस् तदीयानां च सेवनम तदीयास्तुलसी शास्त्र मथुरा वैष्णवादयः यथा वैभव सामग्री षड्गोष्ठीभिर्महोत्सवः 30, offering the best item to the Lord. 31, making full efforts for the Lord. 33, surrendering to the Lord. 34, serving Tulsi. 34, studying the scriptures. 35, living in Mathura. 36, serving the devotees. 37, holding the festival according to one's means with the devotees. And 38, observing Kartik Vrata. Hare Krishna. This also I should read, Mataji, or someone else should read it?
Read.
Okay.
You can read.
Okay. 30. One should offer a favorite article such as food or a garment. 31. One should take all kinds of risks and perform all endeavors for Krishna's benefit. 32. In every condition, one should be a surrendered soul. 33. One should pour water on the Tulsi tree. 34. One should regularly hear Srimad Bhagavatam and similar literature. 35. One should live in a sacred place like Mathura, Vrindavan, or Dwarka. 36. One should offer service to Vaishnavas, devotees. 37. One should arrange one's devotional service according to one's means. 38. In the month of Kartik, October and November, one should make arrangement for special services. Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir. Just 2 minutes. Okay. ऊर्जादरो विशेषेण यात्रा जन्मदिनादिषु श्रद्धा विशेषतः प्रीति श्रीमूर्तेरङ्घ्रि सेवने. Let's see. Observing Urjamas, that is Kartik Visheshena. Then Yatra Janmadinadishu, observing Janmashtami and other special festivals. Then Shraddha Visheshatah Priti. Having great faith, Visheshatah Priti, great faith and great affection for serving Lord. Angri Sevana. So here only three are there. First two and last two, one. Srimad Bhagavatarthanam Asvado Rasikaisaha Saja 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 Sajatiyashaye Snigdhe Sadhau Sangasvato Vare Sajatiyashaye Snigdhe Sadhau Sangasvato Vare Srimad Bhagavatarthanam. That means relishing Bhagavatam in association of devotees. Then associating with like-minded, affectionate, and superior devotees. Sajati yasye snigdhe sadhu. Then Nama Sanki, then Sanghas. Here only two are there. 1 and 2. That means total just 5. Okay, read. They will complete the last one also. So 2 only are there. Nama Sankirtanam Sri Mathura Mandale Sthitihi. So 43 is Nama Sankirtana and then leaving in the area of Mathura. So read all and you only read the whole thing. From 38 to 44.
एवम् ऊर्ध्वाधरो विशेषेण यात्रा दिनादिषु श्रद्धा विशेषतः प्रीति श्रीमूर्तेरङ्घ्रिसेवने श्रीमद्भागवतार्थानाम् आस्वादो रसिकैः सह सजातीयासये स्निग्धे साधौ सङ्गः स्वतो वरे नाम संकीर्तनं श्रीमथुरामण्डले स्थितिः sorry 38 observing Kartik Vrat 39 observing Janmashtami and other special occasions 40 having faith and great affection for serving the deity 41 relishing Bhagavatam in association of devotees 42 associating with like-minded affectionate superior devotees 43 Nam Sankirtan 44 living in the area of Mathura 38 in the month of Kartik, October and November, one should make arrangements for special services. 39 during Janmashtami, the time of Krishna's appearance in this world, one should observe a special service. 40 one should do whatever is done with great care and devotion for the deity. 41 one should relish the pleasure of Bhagavatam reading among devotees and not among outsiders. 42 one should associate with devotees who are considered more advanced. 43 one should chant the holy name of the Lord. 44 one should live in the jurisdiction of Mathura. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Now, next. Last 93 to 96. Angana. Now 64 limbs are over. Angana. पञ्चकस्यास्य पूर्वं विलिखितस्य च निखिला श्रेष्ठ्य बोधाय पुनरप्यत्र कीर्तनम्. So the last 5, I read the whole thing first. इति काय ऋषिकान्त करणानाम् उपासनाः चतुष्षष्टि पृथक् साङ्घातिक भेदाक्रमादिनः अथार्षानुमतेनैसम् उदाहरणम् इर्यते. So the last 5 items were mentioned previously. They have been again mentioned to point out their superiority. The last 5 item is what? Adav Shraddha, meaning Sadhu Sangha. Then Bhagavad Shravanam, Nama Sankirtanam, deity worship, all these things have been given. The last 5 has been put again. So the 64 methods of worship involving the body, senses, internal organ have been presented sequentially, some being separate items and some containing additional items within them. Next example of each item will be cited according to traditional authority. So Guru Padashreya, Jigyasu Shreyuttamaha. So all these things has been given. The last 5 it has been given. Read Bhagavatam, associate with the devotees, do Nama Sankirtanam. Then living in the area of Mathura. The first 5 what we had taken initially in the 10, Sadharma Piksha, all those things have been again repeated in the last 5. That is why A, B, C, D square, simple. That is the most important out of all. A is association, B is book reading, C is chanting, D is dhambas, D is also deity worship. So complete this 93 to 96 verse and finish of the reading also. So this chapter is complete.
Hare Krishna. Anganam panchakasyasya purvam vilikhitasya cha nikhila shrestha bodhaya punarapya atra kirtanam iti kaya ritikanta karananam upasanaha Shastri पृथक् सांघेतिक भेदात् प्रमादिनः अथा अथा अथार्सानुमते नैषाम् उदाहरणम् इर्यते. Sorry. Translation. The last 5 items were mentioned previously. They have been again mentioned to point out their superiority among all angas. The 64 methods of worship involving the body, senses, and internal organs have been presented sequentially, some being separate items and some containing additional items within them. Next example of each item will be cited according to traditional authority. Now the total regulative principles come to an aggregate 64 items. As we have mentioned, the first are the primary 10 regulative principles. Then come the secondary 10 regulative principles, and added to these are 44 other activities. So altogether, there are 64 items for discharging the regulative practice of devotional service. Out of these 64 items, 5 items, namely worshipping the deity, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, associating among devotees, Sankirtan, and living in Mathura are very important. The 64 items of devotional service should include all of our activities of body, mind, and speech. As stated in the beginning, the regulative principles of devotional service enjoins that all of our senses must be employed in the service of the Lord. Exactly how they can be thus employed is described in the above 64 items. Now, Srila Rupa Goswami will give evidence from different scriptures supporting the authenticity of many of these points. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we'll stop here. Any questions? Any questions? So these 64 elements are the most important elements into discharge important members to discharge devotional service. Now the same thing has been spoken in the next verse. In the next chapter, if you see, all has been taken. Till where? Not giving pain to any living entity. Till there. That was which until how many it is? Not giving pain. Verse 20 it was. Wait, where it was? First 5 was there. And then not giving pain. Yeah. And then next 8. That means 18 has been described. So we have time now. We can do now. So that we complete. We can do some part of it now. Is it okay? Third, sir. 70. 1.2.77. Sorry, 97. Tatra Guru Padashraya Yatha Ekadashe. What 11th canto speaks about taking shelter of the spiritual master. Tasmad Gurum Prapadyeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam Shabde Pare Cha Nishthanam Brahmanya Shamashrayam. Shamashrayam. The Samashrayam word is there. In South, if you say, we say na Diksha, they will say Samashrayam. This is actually the right word. Diksha, Shikshadi, Grahanam is also in advanced way, it is known as Shamashrayam. Sampurna Rupena Ashraya. Tasmad Gurum Prapadyeta. Taking shelter of the spiritual master. Why Jigyasuhu? To inquire. Shreya Tamam. To inquire into the truth. Shabde Parecha Nishthanam. Having complete faith in the Shabda. Shabda means in the Vedas. And in this way, Brahmanya Upamashrayam, taking complete shelter. Therefore, any person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a spiritual master who is conversant with the Bhakti scriptures, accomplished in hearing and chanting about the Lord, and fully tranquil. Okay? So this has been given here. The 97th verse goes to two paragraphs. Two paragraphs. Oh, that is well, Pushpa Mataji will read the verse, and Pushpa Mataji will read the translation.
1.2.97 तत्र गुरुपादाश्रयो यथा एकादशे तस्मात् गुरुं प्रपद्येत जिज्ञासु श्रेय उत्तमं शाब्दे परे निष्णातं ब्रह्मण्य उपसमाश्रयम्. Sorry. Translation: Taking shelter of the lotus feet of Guru, verse 74, from the 11th canto. Therefore, any person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a spiritual master who is conversant with the Bhakti scriptures, accomplished in hearing and chanting about the Lord, and fully tranquil. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.3.21.
Read.
Evidence regarding devotional principles. Accepting the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd chapter, verse 21, Prabuddha tells Maharaj Nimi, "My dear king, please know for certain that in the material world there's no happiness. It is simply a mistake to think that there is happiness here, because this place is full of nothing but miserable conditions. Any person who is seriously desirous of achieving real happiness must seek out a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. The qualification of a spiritual master is that he must have realized the conclusion of the scriptures by deliberation and arguments, and thus be able to convince others of these conclusions. Such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Godhead, leaving aside all material considerations, are to be understood as bona fide spiritual masters. Everyone should try to find such a bona fide spiritual master in order to fulfill his mission of life, which is to transfer himself to the plane of spiritual bliss. The purport is that one should not accept as a spiritual master someone who is fool number one, who has no direction according to spiritual injunctions, whose character is doubtful, who does not follow the principles of devotional service, or who has not conquered the influence of the six sense gratifying agents. The six agents of sense gratification are the tongue, genitals, belly, anger, mind, and words. Anyone who has practiced controlling these six is permitted to make disciples all over the world. To accept such a spiritual master is the crucial point for advancement in spiritual life. One who is fortunate enough to come under the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master is sure to traverse the path of spiritual salvation without any doubt. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next. So very clear what it has been given, because spiritual master very difficult to traverse the path of spiritual salvation. Next. Shri Krishna Dikshadi Shikshanam Yatha Tatraiva Tatra Bhagavatam Dharman Shiched Guruvatma Devatah Amayaya Yaish Tusyed Atmatma Doharihi. So acquiring knowledge after initiation. So this we saw no, last in that first five, approaching the spiritual master, and then Diksha Shikshadi Grahanam. Okay. Read. This is the next paragraph, two paragraphs. Mama Roy will read next. Read. This is again
Read.
repetition, so we can do it faster also.
Okay. Shri Krishna Dikshadi Shikshanam Yatha Tatreva Tatra Bhagavatam Dharman Sikshit Guru Atma Devatah Amayayanu Vrityasyais Tushyed Atmatma Doharihi. Translation: Acquiring knowledge after initiation, verse 74, also from the 11th canto. Accepting the bona fide spiritual master as one's life and soul and worshipable deity, the disciple should learn from him the process of pure bhakti by sincere service. By that pure bhakti, the Lord, the Supreme Soul, will be satisfied and give himself to that devotee. 11.3.22. Hare Krishna.
Next. You read now.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Accepting initiation from the spiritual master and receiving instructions from him. Sage Prabhupada continued to speak to the king as follows: My dear king, a disciple has to accept the spiritual master not only as a spiritual master but also as a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Super Soul. In other words, the disciple should accept the spiritual master as God because he is the external manifestation of Krishna. This is confirmed in every scripture, and the disciple should accept the spiritual master as such. One should learn Sri Bhagavatam seriously and with all respect and veneration for the spiritual master. Hearing and speaking Srimad Bhagavatam is the religious process that elevates one to the platform of serving and loving the of serv- of serving and loving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The attitude of the disciple should be to satisfy the bona fide spiritual master. Then it will be very easy for him to understand spiritual knowledge. This is confirmed in the Vedas, and Rupa Goswami will further explain that for a person who has unflinching faith in God and the spiritual master, everything becomes revealed very easily. Hare Krishna.
Serving the spiritual master with faith and confidence. विश्रम्भेन गुरो सेवा यथा तत्रैव आचार्यं मां विजानीयां नावमन्येत परिचित् न मर्त्ययो बुद्धया सूयेत सर्वदेवो मयो गुरु. Every day should chant this verse. Acharyam mam vijaniyam navamanyeta karyachit. Namartya buddhya suyeta sarvadevo maya. Don't consider a spiritual master, Diksha Guru to be an ordinary human being. Now, Acharya mam vijaniyam navamanyeta karhichit. Don't have any disrespect for your spiritual master. Namartya buddhya suyeta. Don't consider them to be an ordinary being. Sarvadevo mayo guru. All the Devi Devatas, they lie at the lotus feet of our spiritual master. This every day we should chant so that we have great respect for our Guru Shishya Parampara. Okay, read the words and then we read 99, Pushpa. Others all are in mute today. Okay. Aruna can read. Aruna can read 99.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, Mataji, I'm outside, hence, I will not be able to read right away, Mataji.
Read it. Aditya, read it.
Okay. Vishrambhena Guru Seva Yatha Tatraiva Acharyam Mam Vijaniyam Navamanyeta Karhichit Namartya Buddhya Suyeta Sarvadeva Mayo Guruhu. Translation: Serving the Guru with reverence, verse 74 from the 11th canto. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is a representative of all the demigods. Srimad Bhagavatam 11, 17, 27. Serving the spiritual master with faith and confidence. Regarding accepting initiation from the spiritual master, in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 17th chapter, verse 27, it is stated by Lord Krishna, My dear Uddhav, the spiritual master must be accepted not only as my representative, but as my very self. He must never be considered on the same level with an ordinary human being. One should never be envious of the spiritual master as one may be envious of an ordinary man. The spiritual master should always be seen as a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by serving the spiritual master, one is able to serve all the demigods. Hare Krishna.
Hmm. Okay. Next 100th verse. So next we'll do in the next class. Okay. We'll complete here. From 100 onwards, we'll do in the next class, which will be flow. It will be perfect. We can complete on Wednesday, 13th. The next class, we'll try to complete the 7th one. And then we have, all are very small chapters. We'll try to complete by March. It is in March 2nd week. So then we have the exam, and April onwards, we will have the next batch of Bhakti Shastri. And those who have completed in this batch, they can opt for Bhakti Vaibhav. Okay. Hare Krishna. It will go, May it will go. Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Shastri and all will start May only. Stop here. Manchakarpatarubhyascha, Pasindu Vyarcha. Patitanam Pavane Vivashri, Purnamani, Vishnu Vijay Shri Prabhupada.